Hi everybody, my name's Paul Murphy and I've got a passion for hats. Today we've just got another parcel turn up and I was expecting one or two hats this week, so hopefully it's one of those. It's got a big light box as you'd expect. Let's see what we found. It's a bit open these things, so hopefully it's all right in there. There we go. Right, what have we got here? Nicely packaged and in a bag. And here we go. It's a hat from Laird. And it looks as though it's got the original label on it. My goodness. So I think this one should be a size 59, which is my size. So, and it's a fedora, which is nice. And let's put this rubbish down for a second. There we go. Right. So this one looks as though it's really not had much of a life at all. Probably a bit of steam and a bit of patting down, and it will be actually as good as new, as they say. So let's start by giving it some treatment with the sticky tape. There we go. Round our fingers, and then all over the hat. I find if I do the brim first of all, inside and out, and then I come on to do the crown, because 9 times out of 10 I'll put the crown, I'll put the hat on the actual stand that I've got here, the block, and just keep it going on the block. Yeah, so that's, whilst there's quite a lot sort of that's come off here, it's probably where it's just been sat and not used, to be fair. So here we go. So this is a Laird that I've got on here actually, but it's a lot softer with a cloth headband rather than a leather headband. And I find, you know, wearing hats in the summer, it's actually better with the cloth than it is with the leather sweatband. I don't sort of sweat quite as much as with the leather. So it's all coming off here. Yeah. So I know this hat has come from a gentleman who loves hats, and I'm very surprised that the label's still on there. So I can only assume that he's bought it and just not used it. And I believe that he's clearing out a few hats in his collection. In fact, I didn't realise, but I bought a couple from him previously. So that's always nice to know. But it's in lovely, what looks like relatively unused condition. So there we are. That's got rid of most of the dust that was on the hat. Very nice. Okay, so let's give a bit of a brush. There we are. Anti-clockwise as always, and just wiggle the stand around while you're doing it. That's it. That's it. There we go. Right, let's put a bit of steam on it now. The steam will freshen up the hat quite considerably, and well, it brings the colour out and everything. It's just wonderful, really, and obviously puts shape back into the hat when we come on to that in a moment. So let's turn it over, and I don't think it really needs it, but I'm going to give the sweatband a bit of a clean. So we've got the pad and we've got the leather cleaner. spray that onto there, and we're going to wipe it around the leather band. So just slowly wipe it around and it will clean it up. There we go. Lovely. There we go. Let's clean that off. So now let's put a bit of steam there, and we can put it back on the stand and see it starting to come out. The shape's starting to come out, which is good. There are a few little creases in it when it arrives, so let's just okay. Just falls down nicely. There we go. Okay. Now if I take it off of there and start easing the shape back in, this is one where it's not quite a teardrop, it's just a straightforward fold down. Actually, I've got a black t-shirt on, doesn't help, does it? Straight fold down the center there, and then we're going to pinch the front here, and they're going back in very nicely. A little bit there. Let's see if we can give that a bit of a blast. Ooh. That's the thing, when you wear glasses and you do steam, you do get steamed up quite a lot. Now that had a little bit of a twist in the felt there, and I've just managed to get it out with a drop of steam, so that's lovely. Looking round the hat, it's all good. So now let's turn our attention to the brim, and here what we're going to do is put a bit of heat in the steam round the brim. And then I'm going to sort of roll it around the table here, just to give it a little bit of shape. And what will start to happen is that we'll get some shape back into the side. Now, that's not coming in at the moment, so a bit more. Right. Okay, that's better. So now we're putting in a little bit more of a shape in here now, which the back is actually nice and up. The front is needing a bit more. And what I could do is put it on the brim former, which will enable me to pop it down. It does feel quite soft, this brim, and feeling around here, and it just might be I need to put a bit of stiffener in it, but I'll just try a little bit there. I don't really like putting steam on the underside of a brim normally, but see whether that will tease back in as it cools down. Okay. So yeah, that's better. Having looked into the hat a little bit more on their website, it's actually the Sinatra hat, which is made out of a really nice and a very smooth fur felt. It's a hat that currently has a recommended retail of £195. So in my view, it's a nice mid-end hat, very comfortable. I mean, Laird hats are very comfortable to wear, and nicely made, and it's just an all-round lovely thing to add to your wardrobe, to be honest with you. So let's have a look and just see what the dimensions are like. My trusty ruler out, and the brim size is just over 6 centimeters, and the crown at the front is a little over 10. It's around 10.5 centimeters, and at the back it is also 10.5 centimeters. And you can probably just about see there's a nice line going over the top here. So it's a really nice classic Trilby, almost fedora, but more Trilby hat. Now, let's see whether that fits me. It's a 59, and my other hat's a 59. Well, this is a bit smaller, but Yeah, that's not too bad. So it's a typical fedora. I think it's going to need to be a little bit stretched for me, but it might well be one of those that I keep for a while and then move on. But for now, it's a nice layered hat, as you can see. It's got the lovely Laird Hatters label inside, and embossed leather in there. Now let's just see if it's got a label on the inner side here. What's nice is that the actual satin inside has all been stitched in rather than glued in, I suspect. So that's a sign of a good hatter normally. Oh, there is some glue in there, but mainly it's been stitched in, which is really quite nice. Now, it doesn't appear to be a label underneath the sweatband here, so I'll do a little bit of research on their website to see whether this is still a current line or not. But nevertheless, a very nice hat. It's feeling as though it's a rabbit wool blend type hat, but again, I'll need to check that out because there's no labels here or anything that confirms that, unfortunately. So we'll have to wait and see. But there we go, a fedora from Laird. If you've got a passion for hats, keep watching the channel. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.